Okay. We have our intro. Eric's going to come walking in, juggling, and just balls are going to go everywhere. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Last Flight Show. I'm your host, Jake Klein. Joining me, as always, is Matt Hicks, this creeper down here on the end. Matt's owner of Last Flight Calls.
Take these things pretty serious around here.
Yeah, we definitely try to have some fun. But going over today's episode is Eric Hicks is going to be on the show. This would be, I believe, it'd be the 4th episode.
Part 4, the Ultimate Waterfowl Challenge.
Yep, and we're hoping that he shows up for that. We have his decoys behind us, so if he doesn't show up, it would be very awkward.
Not decoys.
What I did say decoys.
Yeah.
We have his birds behind us, So we're going to go over, those birds and the stories there. I'm going to let Eric go over all that once he gets on the show here. But before we go into all of that, Matthew, as always, take us through the verse of the week.
More like verses of the week.
Verses.
Got a couple of them here.
Plural, 2 of them.
But 1 Peter 5, 6, and 7. So verses. So anyways, it reads, "So humble yourselves under the mighty power of God, and at the right time he will lift you up in honor." Verse 7 then, "Give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares about you." So.
What's that mean?
What it means. So we're going to break it down to 3 parts per usual. And so we'll just talk about that first part. So humble yourselves under the mighty power of God. Humble yourselves. Surrender yourself. That you gotta realize, like, you're not in control anymore. Like, truly surrender. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means. And that's not a bad thing.
Right.
Give up control isn't a bad thing, because there's a lot of these battles. Kind of getting to the second part here, but there's a lot of battles we are not built to do, like, ourselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's spiritual. Like, you need to rely on Him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just it. Because a lot of us try to fight battles that we aren't supposed to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're
supposed to surrender it to God. Let Him take care of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling you, when you do that, then that's when the peace comes.
Yeah.
It's when you find joy. It's when you stop being so anxious. You're not, depressed. You're not, whatever the deal is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because, life's hard. We go through stuff. Like, life's just hard.
Right.
Life's hard. And a lot of us try to battle life on our own.
Yeah.
In our own ways.
Yeah.
That can be good, but it ain't best. Like we always preach, there's a lot of good things in this world, but God has best for us.
Right. Yep.
And, there's so much to that, but,
right.
A lot of people will settle for good and not realize there's so much more out there for them. And, but when you humble yourself before God, under God, it's putting Him first, letting Him fight it. The battle belongs, as we talk about.
Yes.
Jake's favorite song, Phil Wickham.
If you guys have never heard the song, Phil Wickham sings a song called "Battle Belongs," and it's this, right? This is exactly what it's talking about in the song, but it's just like a song that is directed toward folks that are going through hard times. Like it will sing. When you listen to it, you'll think like this song is about me, and it doesn't matter what you're going through. It's just a remarkable song. And so, we pretty much, I don't know about you, but like 99.9% of my playlist anymore is just all Christian stuff between Phil Wickham, Brandon Lake, and Crowder and stuff like that.
And it really does change your mindset.
Oh my gosh.
Like
it's crazy.
You don't really realize what you're filling your head with.
I know.
You know what I mean? Even like, I used to listen to like rap songs back in like middle school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like you listen to them now and it's like, what?
What did they just say?
What in the world was I listening to? Like some of the stuff they say is just like, oh my goodness.
When you can understand it.
Yeah. It's just like, what? And this is what you're filling your mind with,
right.
As a young kid,
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Just, you don't even realize what you're, like like Morgan Wallen's new album that came out a few months ago. Like I was listening to that thing, like that was some good stuff. Mm-hmm. But the more I listened to it, I'm telling you, the more sad I got.
Yeah.
The more depressed I was starting to feel, and I'm just like, I can't, because I was listening to Christian music for months. And that album come out, and I was like, I gotta listen to this. And I made a lot of catchy, upbeat, good song, like just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like songs you can get your emotion into and feel and whatever. You know, they're relatable. And the more I listened to that album, I listened to it for like 3 days, and I'm like, dude, I just feel sad. You know what I mean? Like, seriously though, it's crazy. So like, I was like, I went back to the Christian music and, stayed there because I'm just like, man, you just don't even realize it.
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy to some people, but I'm just telling you, when you're fully surrendered, then your eyes open to some of this stuff, and it's just like, you can't even get on Netflix. Mm-hmm. It's just like Love Island and all these crazy shows. Like, it's just like, what am I? Like, I can't watch, like, I don't want to watch that crap.
I know.
And not even those shows, but like just your regular, reality shows or sitcoms and stuff, like they're all laced with world stuff that just kind of normalizes stuff that shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
Dude, that was the weirdest thing. I've never actually listened to the podcast without my headphones on.
Oh.
And so just like to do this is insane. Anyway. All right, part 2.
So second part of the verse 6 is, and at the right time he will lift you up in honor. So that goes back to, when we talk about obedience. Mm-hmm. If you're obedient, like he's going to bless you. Like he's going to bless, he's going to reward your obedience. The longer you do it, the more serious you are, the better it's going to be. Mm-hmm. And, Jake was telling a story about, he was at Eldora this past weekend, dirt racetrack. And, they were in line, a huge line, and this lady was just walking right at them.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, hands him.
Like past so many people.
Hands him 2 tickets.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell that story?
Okay, so every year, we go to Eldora Speedway, dirt track, obviously, like Matt said, and for Family Fun Night, they have sprints, stocks, modifieds, all that kind of cool stuff, and then toward the end of the night, they have a big firework display, a big fireworks show, and so the kids really enjoy going, and really this event is for the kids, so kids get in free. And they got all kinds of face painting stuff. They're like all kinds of things for the kids to do. And so and because of this, it's packed. Like it gets really busy. My wife's cousin races modified, so of course we go there to also support him. But also the kids enjoy everything anyway. So we're standing in line, and it's just like this long line. And I'm holding all these chairs, and it's warm, so the kids are like and miserable standing in line, and there's this lady that's like walking to us, and she passes so many people, and then just to stop at us and gives us 2 tickets because the kids are free, so you're just paying for the parents at that time, and gives us 2 tickets, and I'm like, what had just happened? Like, how are you gonna pass all of these people, just to give us the tickets? And I was like, do you want money for these? Like, I don't feel like just taking these from you. Like, all these people are standing in line. Like, I don't want to just take these tickets. And she's like, no, like some guy gave us a bunch of tickets and we have 2 extra, and we just wanted to give them to you. And I'm like, what the heck? So then we got out of line, walked all the way to the front, and got right into the race. Then ended up meeting up with those people afterwards, like once we was already inside of the track there. And I asked them, I was like, do you want any kind of money for these? And she's like, no, like somebody they were given to us, and we wanted to give them to you. And I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
just weird.
How are you going to pass all of those people? Like, there were so many people they could have given
those
tickets
thing.
to.
I mean, she walked by all those people.
Yeah.
And just was staring at you.
What the heck?
I don't know. That's weird. But like the point is, like, Jake's been very obedient, and just completely kind of changing his life and the way he's thinking and what he's doing. And, we're still challenging him too, know.
Right, yeah.
It still is a challenge.
Oh, 100%.
And still is a challenge for me. But that's why we got each other's back. But, God does little things like that to bless you.
Yeah.
He's not giving you a Ferrari.
Well, and two,
You know.
and it's just like,
But it's little things like that that's like,
yeah,
you know,
I
you didn't
mean-
have to buy tickets then.
right. And then like you just talked about in the first part of this, you know, the real surrender. Like once you surrender, like things become a lot more clear. Like it's not that like I mean, obviously there's a work in it, but I'm not changing myself, right? Like I'm changed by my faith. And so in turn, like the things that I do now are a lot easier to do just because it's just, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know. It's wild.
Well, it's just, you're just totally surrendered. Like
Right.
you're not worried about that anymore.
Right.
You're giving that up.
Yes.
So you're giving that worry up.
Right.
Because all that does is just weigh you down, drag you down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like on here it says God's promotion comes with purpose, not pressure. It's like us doing this podcast. Like we weren't pressured to do this. We're not pressuring anybody else to do anything. But you know, once you realize the purpose,
Right.
the promise
Yeah.
that God gives you, and the purpose within that, it makes you want to go tell people.
Yeah.
Makes you want to do this podcast.
Yeah.
You know, makes you want to, you know, do a Bible study at the fair, like we were talking about. You know, just stuff like that makes you want to.
Right.
Not because like we want to feel like, oh, we're morally better than you. Like,
Right.
no, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's just you want to keep furthering the kingdom. You want to keep promoting God. You know.
Yeah.
So, in the one part, at the right time, again talks about God's time. Like you may have to go through a season of life. You might have to go through a waiting period. But that you might have to go through a quiet time. That doesn't mean like He's not there listening. Because God wants you to make that decision yourself.
Right.
And if He just gives you a few days of a trial, what's that really going to do for you?
Right. Yeah.
What if He gives you 2 years of a trial? Then you finally just give it up.
Yeah.
Think about that. Like, there's so much more to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
There's, you're just so fed up that that's a lot of people do that. Like they get so fed up with their life at the moment or whatever situation they're in. Like there's no more, they're going down and there's no more room to go down. Like there's nothing left.
Right.
Like you have hit bottom. And that's when a lot of people do surrender.
Yeah.
And it can happen other ways. I encourage everybody not to get to that point.
Yeah.
But you get to that point and you finally surrender because you realize you cannot do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you finally realize like no one's helping me.
Right.
I haven't been able to help myself. Who else is there?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
you finally realize God's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all on His own timing. So
Yeah.
if you're going through something right now, just keep being obedient because, He is there. He's listening. He hears you. But the more you're obedient, like I'm just telling you, like He's going to come through, like it will happen.
Right.
Like no doubt.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Kind of leads into the 7th, verse 7 here. Give all your worries and cares to God, for He cares about you. Literally just said that. You know what I mean? Like you got to give it up.
Unload
Unload it.
Yeah.
God's shoulders are stronger than your stress. Like you got to just, I know we keep just kind of repeating that, but that's just that. It's kind of that simple.
I mean, it is.
It is that simple, but it's just so hard at the same time.
But I think, like we talked about before in like men's group, like last week, that it sounds so simple, and it really is. But for people that have yet to experience, the surrender, it just doesn't seem possible. I think, and I think that's the hardest part, right? So that, like if you do surrender, you're going to feel a way that you didn't think was possible, right?
Right.
I did see something on here that I wanted to kind of hit on here, and one of the it's about part 2, but it says waiting doesn't mean wasting. It means He's working on you and for you, and I bring that up, and I kind of highlighted that in my mind because last week in church, Pastor Dan was talking about, when people pray for situations, or, I'll use the example that he used, and that's, patience. And when people pray, like, God, give me patience, a lot of times he's going to test you in that situation. It's not like he has, this magical dust that he can blow on you and automatically make you patient, but he will give you the opportunities to become patient. And so
It can work that way if you totally give it.
yes,
but a lot of us we give it and then we take it back a little.
well,
then we give it
and
and then we take it back a little.
that's the thing, like, in the way, like, some things may not just come right away, that you, like, when you, and we talked about this too, like what you want and have plans for, what he wants and has plans for you may be something a little bit different.
It's usually not what you're thinking.
Correct.
9 times out of 10, it's not what you think, because you can't think what he's thinking.
Right.
Like, you're thinking all for yourself.
Right.
Like, I mean, really, you are. Before you're surrendered, like, that's all you think about is you literally all you think about is yourself.
Yes.
Like, you were born to think about yourself. Mm-hmm. Feed me, change my diaper. Like, you just, like, I want that toy. I want this. I want that. Like, that's just the way, naturally, that's just the way it is, right? So, like, when you live that lifestyle before you get converted, it's, you gotta, there's so many habits and things. Like, it does take some time, because you got a whole lifestyle you got to change.
Correct.
The way you lived your whole life.
And that's the thing.
Got to change.
That's kind of what he was talking about. Like, it's got to be like a lifestyle change that you've got to be willing to do, right? Like, it's not like one of those things to where, you can say, please God, make me rich.
Yeah.
He's not going to just go into your bank account and, put $50 million in there. Like, but he's going to give you the opportunity to do that in his way. You know what I mean? And it's just, it'd be the way that he has for you, and that's designed to be done. You know what I mean? It's not going to be going and robbing a bank, you know what I mean? But it's going to be in a way that, that you're rewarded in your faith, and that maybe, an opportunity comes along that you didn't see coming, right? So it's just like,
I mean, when you change your lifestyle, you change the way you act, the way you talk, the way you handle meetings, business meetings, just your whole, everything about you, to where a whole nother set of doors are going to open for you.
Right.
Because of that.
Yes.
Like, they will.
Yeah.
Doors that were once closed because you didn't realize it, but somebody might have just seen you as just this negative person. I don't really want to work with them or do business with them. Now those doors can open because it's like, oh, so, this guy's different. I like him. I want to keep, I want to keep him around. You know what I mean? Like, we kind of talk about this today at men's group was, when it's one thing to say, I'm surrendered, I'm converted. It's another thing to live it and walk it.
Right.
So, there's a family that that's local here that when they walk in a room or do something, like, they don't even need to say anything. Like, the whole room just changes. Like, you just know something's different about them.
Right.
Like, literally, like, and I know them, and I know that they're 100% all in Jesus, right? But, like, I'm just telling you, if they walked in this room, they don't even need to say Jesus. You just know it because the way they act, talk, their expressions, everything is just so refreshing to where it changes the whole room. Like, they would come into where I work, and I mean, of course, you're talking about guys that just carry on all day, being derogatory and cussing and doing whatever else. As soon as these people come here, everybody changes.
Right.
They didn't tell them to change. They didn't say anything. You know what I mean? But it just changed, just them being who they were, like Jesus. It just changed the whole place.
Right.
Or you can be that person that, you always see them and you're like, man, this guy's just negative or this or that, or and then you find out that they're a part of a church or something. It's like, oh, they are?
Whoa, didn't see that coming.
well, that's weird because they did not act like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you got to understand, like, those things just don't add up.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you truly are converted, you're that person that you don't even need to talk about it.
Yes.
You walk into that room, and for whatever reason, you just, like, the whole room changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's so, I don't know how to describe that. So it's a spiritual thing.
It is.
I'm
Yes.
just telling you.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of the craziest things you ever see, honestly. Like, and I only really see that with a couple people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very rare. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But that's what it's like to be all in.
Yeah. So I don't know. For some, I've literally never done this on the show. Like grabbed a pen and wrote something down, right? But just popped into my head.
Yeah.
And it kind of talked about it's kind of a phrase that highlights what we're talking about, right? Though it's opportunity through blessings generated by faith. I don't know where I'll ever use that.
Say that again. You just made that up?
Yes.
What?
Opportunity through blessings generated by faith.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know where I'll ever use that, or what if it just.
No, we'll put it on an infographic and put it
stays on
on
this picture.
on the show thing.
Yeah.
It'll be on Instagram later today.
Yeah.
Keep that for your book you're writing.
For my writing, for my book.
Yeah, starting a book.
Oh, okay,
Got
cool.
one sentence down.
Well, we're off to a good start.
Oh,
Published in 2028.
So that's the verses of the week.
Yeah.
Releasing this Monday. What is this Monday? I don't even know what day it is.
I don't know, but I'm gonna call
And,
Eric and see where he's at.
Yeah, this week's is pretty cool.
Let's see where he's at. Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
Oh, what's up? You been here the whole time?
I found like there was a guy door dashing in the parking lot.
No
It
way.
says Matthew Hicks.
Yeah, this is all
So I guess we'll
What
give that
is
to him.
in that? We already what?
I don't know. His name was Dave.
Dave,
That's the UPS guy.
Oh, that's the DoorDash guy's name too.
what's in there? Chips?
Got some chips.
Why would you bring that? What else is in there?
Queso. I see queso.
You got queso?
There's all kind of goodies in there.
Oh my gosh.
I am hungry.
How?
I don't know. You mean how from like Wednesday?
Yeah. So we obviously Eric's been here the whole time. He's just been chilling, laughing at us. He was supposed to come in juggling, but he threw all the balls at Matt before the show started. So one of these days we should have like a camera off to the side somewhere that just films.
Like the whole shop.
Yeah, just like films like
Shop view.
What happens, while we're setting up and getting ready, because there's a whole comedy show.
It's a process.
It's a process, but there's like this whole comedy show leading up to what you guys see when I hit record on the camera, because it's just like it's the opportunity for us to get all of the craziness out before what I mean. There's a whole lot of this going on.
I mean, I tripped over one cord. Yeah, I tripped over one cord and the whole studio about fell in.
Came down.
I was told to be here at 10,
Well,
and it is
1 o'clock.
so
12:56.
we have this is Friday Ritual, and we have men's group starts at 7:00 a.m. and then so we normally schedule the podcast.
It usually goes 3 hours.
Well, when we first started it, it was about an hour. And then the further into our faith we get and the more that we experience things outside of the shop, through our everyday lives, we tend to share those situations. And we have people like Scott that are in the men's group that, really, Scott can talk for 3 years and you really just never get tired of listening to him. But it's a good opportunity. We've said on previous episodes, like if you get an opportunity to start a men's group, it's really, Matt's got this whole deal that we watch a video. I mean, you can go online, you can get them, and we just basically we watch this video and we talk about it afterwards, and how that relates to our lives, and just that verse the verse is that it goes through, and it's tended to take up to about 3 hours now, recently. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
Good stuff though.
I did tell Eric to be here at 10 o'clock and I apologize.
It's okay.
But we got lunch and had a good talk.
Oh yeah, yep, we did.
So.
Well, now that he's on here, we're still going to take our quick break. So if you want to exit,
Exit and come.
exit, and then come back once we're ready for you. I was just going to call you to see where you were at. So, do you have anything? I'm done. You don't have to leave. All right, guys, we're going to go on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
He's back.
Welcome to the Last Flight Show, brought to you by Last Flight Calls and Gear. This episode starts now.
And we're back.
We are back
We're here.
with Matt and his Red Bulls. So yeah, welcome Eric Hicks to the show. The ultimate waterfowl challenge with the world traveling duck hunter.
Where we going this time?
We're going to Massachusetts, Cape Cod.
What are you going after there?
Ducks.
Well, dude.
The common eider.
All right, common eider.
Right there above us.
Oh yeah, right there.
Right there.
Right.
Beautiful birds.
They
Big,
are.
big bird too.
It's really hard to do. Like I laughed at you last time, but it's really hard
Opposite,
to do.
isn't it?
It's opposite.
Yes.
So when did you go out there?
We went. This was the first hunt we ever did, like species specific. It was all the way back in 2009. So would that be 16 years ago? 15.
I think I was
yeah,
like 4 years old.
probably. I would have been third. Well, yeah, I'd have been in my 20s, 28, 29.
I would have been 15 years old.
Okay, I'd have been 28 or 29 when we did this one.
So
Yeah, it was the first real species-specific trip that started the whole quest. I mean, we'd shot some birds around here, your mallards, your black ducks, that kind of stuff. But we was watching one of the old whistling wing films. That was the old VHS stuff back in the day. I mean, that was like that was big time for Mossy Oak and them. And
not a lot of outdoor, movies or
No.
shows then.
not back then.
Yeah.
And so we had the Whistling Wings, and we was watching that. And Fred Zink, who actually grew up right, I almost say down the road. I mean, he was like, his shop and our shop was like 10 minutes apart, maybe 15.
Yeah.
And Fred was out there shooting this video with Ruben Perez shooting these eiders, and we watched that and thought, holy cow, this is awesome.
Right.
And so we knew him, and so we talked to Fred about it, and he kind of hooked us up, and we called Ruben, and yeah, it was all over from there. So
It's crazy. Like now we're so spoiled with the cameras that we have to film our hunts, and like back then they had like these big boxes, like you know what I mean.
Oh,
when you think
big-
about
big
like
cameras.
yeah, when you think about trying to hide that, like we feel like we do so much to hide our camera and all that now. Could you imagine then? Like
Right.
I mean, just even aside from waterfowl, like hunting turkeys, you know what I mean, or deer, like trying to hide that big box from a turkey. Like, are you kidding me?
yeah,
Like I don't know.
totally different.
Yeah.
Yep. Those were the days. So I was even looking back, trying to like look for pictures of this hunt.
Yeah.
And I got to thinking, that's before we even had our cameras. That's
Yeah.
before, like, so we have pictures, like, but you didn't even have cell phones, like, not
Right,
like we
yeah.
have now, you know?
Yeah.
You just had the flip phone back then. So I think one of us had took just like a normal little camera, like
Yeah.
35 millimeter camera. I remember
Yeah.
it was all on, yeah. So we do have like pile pics and stuff, but you don't have a lot of pictures from the
Right.
hunt like we do now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But you got the memories.
Yeah, it was different. Like looking back, trying to find pictures, you're like, oh yeah, that's in a regular album.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah.
not, it's not
You
in a
can't-
file somewhere.
You can't go to social media and look for
No,
it.
you can't. No.
Gotta find it in the album.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was like a no frills deal. I mean, it wasn't the fancy lodges and
Yeah.
all that, you know. So
That's what we're used to. Like, or that's not what we're used to. Used to the no frills, hotel, figure it out.
yeah, yeah. Brad had just got a brand new Dodge 4-door Cummins. I mean, we was 28 years old, had the world, you know.
Oh yeah.
And we had I had an older Dodge, so we took the camper shell off of my Dodge, put it on his brand new Dodge. That looked terrible. It didn't fit at all, but we made it fit.
Oh
you
my
know?
gosh.
But it worked. 4 of us loaded up and we headed out and stayed at like a Holiday Inn. And the biggest disappointment of my life ever was when we got there. We went to see the V Plymouth Rock. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Plymouth Rock or not.
No.
Turns out it's just a rock.
It is just a rock like the size of a football in a pit, and it has 1620 stamped on it. It is.
What is the
biggest-
significant, like,
Don't waste your time. Just Google it.
Yeah, just Google
Look
it.
at a picture if you
Yeah.
want to see it.
I don't know. Maybe maybe the big one's somewhere else, or they
gonna
stole
look
it, or
it up.
maybe
You know
there
what?
wasn't one, or I don't know.
it's going to
You know how the sea levels are rising?
Yes.
Why isn't the rock underwater yet?
It's not. It's still in the same place it's always been.
1620.
Is that the significance of the rock? Is because the water levels are rising and the rock is still...
Maybe it's buried.
That's the significance of
Maybe it's
that.
buried. Maybe it's just the tip sticking out.
significance of that. It literally is just a rock that says 1620.
Isn't that awesome? See the disappointment I had?
Why is it so famous?
So you turned around and went home then at that
We
point?
did. We just gave up. We bought the mounts on eBay and said, forget it.
Okay, so the Plymouth Rock is famous as a symbolic landing site for the pilgrim who arrived on the Mayflower in 1620 and established Plymouth Colony.
I think CNN filmed it when they were getting off the boat, and that's how they know it's that exact rock.
From their footsteps.
Something
No.
like that.
No.
I wonder how they named... Anyway, we're going to get off track
Yeah,
here.
that's
All right.
that's
So
stupid.
then, did you did that day one when you got there?
I don't remember. I think we might have, but I don't remember. Yeah, had some time to kill.
Yeah.
And because the hunts pretty much lasted all day, so it was probably when we first got there we looked at it.
They
'Cause
just-
we were
yeah.
staying right there at it.
Yeah. How was the hunting?
It was really good. It was super cold,
Yeah.
just brutal cold. We knew it would be cold in January, but we were not prepared for what it was like.
Right. Yeah.
Back then,
Probably
we
never did anything like that.
No, we never. Yeah,
Yeah.
never.
Totally different kind of hunting than
We
what you
hunted
were used to.
Right, we was hunting field here,
Yeah.
and I actually asked the guide. I said, "Can we just wear bibs and like pack boots to stay warm?" And he goes, "Oh no. He's like, you're going to be in a boat. You got to have waders, and you're going to want that neoprene to stay warm." I'm like, okay. Well, looking back, I'd have been 10 times warmer in pack boots, and
Yeah.
and you didn't need the waders whatsoever.
I mean, you weren't waiting.
no, he was in a. he
You're
was
in the
a boat.
ocean.
So this guy, when we talked to him on the phone, he said, the biggest thing about hunting with me is I am not going to just take you out and set you on a pile of rocks and just let you waste away all day and hopefully you see an eider. He's like, I get out, I got this. And he did. He had a really nice, I think it might have been a Banks boat. It was one of those huge fiberglass ones, big walls up. I mean, it was very seaworthy, big boat. He's like, I go out and I scout. We're going to be actually hunting right where they feed, right out in the open water. We'll look like our own rock, And he goes, a lot of the other guides around here are just going to throw you on a rock. So that was his big selling point. So we were excited, and we'd watched it like on Whistling Wings. They were in layout boats, so we were just, we knew it was going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so we get there. Like I said, we stayed at Holiday Inn, and that first morning, he said, just meet me in the lobby, 5 a.m., 4 a.m., and we're just sitting there waiting on him. And here he comes through the lobby door he's in waders, and he's got a briefcase in his hand. And we're like,
Waders in a briefcase.
yeah, it's like, this is
Not
odd.
something you see together.
This is odd. And he just told us, like, just sit down. So we sit down, and he just, like, starts these papers out of his briefcase. He's just passing them out to everybody.
Yeah.
And you're, like, looking at it, and he goes, now, what we're about to do is very dangerous, extremely dangerous. So before I'm going to take you out, you're going to have to sign these death waivers that I'm not responsible if you die.
Oh, boy.
Is what you want to hear?
Yeah.
Just got done looking at this dumb rock. Now I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Like, is this it?
That's the only time I've ever had a person had to sign a death waiver. So that was new. And so then he took us out. And the first morning he goes, well, I'm going to have to just go out and put you on a rock. And he kind of hangs his head because the weather was just brutal that day, the wind. And he's like, we can get to this one little spot. There's this one little rock, and you can sit there. And he goes, you'll probably shoot a couple eiders, but it's either that or you don't hunt today. And we're like, well, we want to hunt.
Might as well go.
Right.
Yeah, might as well go. So we went out, and he threw us on this rock, just what he told us he wouldn't do, And it was a kind of a cool story because the rock was huge, and there's 4 of us sitting on it. And he's like, just keep your feet in the water. I remember that. He goes, put your feet in the water so you can stay as low as you can down like on this rock so the ducks don't see you. And he puts just stringers out from us. And he's like, plus the water's warmer than the air, your feet will stay warmer. Well, I think that was a lie.
Yeah.
And then he goes, he's like, the tide's going to be coming up. And as the tide comes up, you just keep scooting up on the rock. And then he went around, he left us, went around the corner and just kind of hid around the corner, which it was a couple 100 yards away, and he gave us a radio.
Right.
So, and we shot a couple ducks, and we'd radio, and he'd come around, he picked up the eiders, and then he'd go back. We kept scooting up, the water kept coming up. We'd shoot a couple ducks, he'd come around, get them, he'd go back. It was not hot and heavy at all. And then the one guy, there was these geese coming, and the one guy goes, "Oh, here comes geese." We shoot geese at home. I'm not shooting geese here, just have to clean them and deal with them. He's like, "I'm shooting them." So they come right over. He's the only one that shot. He kills one. It sails out, splash, called Reuben. We got a goose down. Okay. He goes around, gets it. It's banded.
No way.
It's always that way. You drop one
It
out.
is.
No way.
Banded.
How many times we've seen that?
Yeah. It's stupid. So, yeah. So eventually, here we are on this rock. Now we're all standing on top of it. And the top of this rock's getting like the size of this table. And we're just standing there. And we're like, we're just standing here on this rock.
Reuben, get over here. The water's rising.
Yeah. And he's like, "All right, I'm coming." So here he comes around, and we all bail in the boat. And he actually throws anchors right there on the rock. So we're just sitting above the rock, and water keeps coming up. Till we got done hunting, we looked down, and that rock's like 5-6 foot under the boat.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And we're just, I got to thinking, I said, what would have happened if you would had a heart attack and died, around the corner?
But you signed a waiver.
I know.
Yeah,
And
you signed it.
So-
And he signed it away.
He goes, "Oh, you all would have died." He's like, "You can't make that swim in this water, not that far to shore." Because we was out a long ways from
That
the
is
bank.
insane.
Yeah. So that's like our famous story from that hunt. The rock that.
That's why he has you sign the waiver,
Yeah.
because he put you in the death situation. No way out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think we killed like 6 eiders that day, and then the banded goose. But that was our first day and the first death-defying feat of the trip, I guess. So
6 eiders and a banded goose worth the death.
the death
What
waiver.
is it? A Canada goose or?
Yep. Yeah.
How far out were you? Not far.
I bet we was 300 yards from the beach.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And we
so he
were
was
at-
right on the coast.
Yeah, we was right
You
on the
weren't
coast.
miles out or nothing.
But like he said, you're not going to make that swim in that
No.
cold of
I
water.
was just not thinking about that. Them Canadas,
Oh, yeah, they weren't.
we
we
weren't miles out.
No,
Gotcha.
we
Yeah.
weren't miles.
Just
It was
trying to
pretty
think.
close. So then the second day, but we'll go back to that first day. We were our feet were just numb. I don't know. We hunted till noon or 1 o'clock, and I just never been that cold in my life. Just the wind out there, just the elements, and we had like neoprene waders that didn't have much insulation in the boots. We had junk. Looking back now, I mean, we thought they were great, but looking back now, they were just these junk coats, not the right insulation or anything. And it makes you appreciate the gear we have today.
Oh yeah.
Big time. And how far the gear has advanced in just 15, 16 years.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
impressive.
what was your first hunting coat? It was a...
It would have been a.
I remember,
My first
the
hunting coat?
garbage bag.
They got the garbage bag. Yeah, the poncho from Walmart, spray painted
Yeah.
with black and brown. It was a green poncho, spray painted with lines, black and brown lines on it. That was my waterproofing for that season.
There you go. We've come-
Really?
Yeah.
almost like Sitka. I mean, it's about...
Close.
It's just one step under.
I mean, I think Sitka is 3 layers of that. I just had the one.
Yeah. There's 3 trash bags. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 trash bags. But yeah, that was yeah. And then it was just the Cabela's parka, and then we really hit it big when we got the Columbia 3-in-1s.
Right.
Remember them?
Oh, yeah, I had the Columbias. Yeah.
Back in the I don't know when that would have been, 2008, 2010.
I was still in my
2011.
Columbia when we went to Adak Island, and I was the only one wet and miserable.
Yeah.
out
So that
there.
was like you thought you hit it big then.
And they were good coats, but
Yeah, they were. Those coats would last great for a couple years. Then they just didn't help. They just didn't hold up. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know the material inside there. A layer in there would just rot. I don't know what. I really don't know the science, but yeah, it's nothing compared to like Gore-Tex nowadays. It's
Right.
It's not the same thing.
I forget what was in those.
No, I don't-
Omnitech it was a weird name.
Yeah, it was a weird. It was a weird name.
Yep.
But
Yeah, when we was on ADAC, though, I got wet and cold that day, and everybody else was in Sitka, and I thought, yeah, we're making the switch. So that's when that came about.
Tough to beat.
So then the second day, it was still just brutal windy. And he goes, we just can't get out and hunt these eiders where we need to hunt. We just can't get out there safely. Mm-hmm. And he goes, he gave us a couple options, and the option we chose was to hunt out of the boat, and he could get us in this little secluded bay. And he goes, you're basically going to be hunting puddle ducks today. I mean, just hopefully some come through. And we ended up killing a couple brant back in there, which was very odd. And we killed some widgeon, maybe some mallard, hooded mergansers, bufflehead. So it was just kind of an oddball shoot. Definitely not what we went all the way there for, but it's still better than sitting in the hotel.
At least you're pulling the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, when you go on a hunt, that's just part of it, You could get good weather, you could get bad weather.
Yeah.
And so that day was that. And then the third day, the weather broke, and he could get us out where we needed to go. And that was the money day. We were launching the boat. I don't even remember what time of the morning, but it's stupid early. Well, all these people had been watching these whistling wing videos. So everybody knew you could go kill eiders now in Massachusetts. Yeah. So all these idiots, and we talked about doing it. We talked about freelancing it ourselves. And in fact, we had even bought like the maps, the topography maps of all that area. So we had all this stuff. A buddy of ours bought a bunch of oversized mallard decoys, and we were going to paint all those white and black. I mean, we had it set. We was going to do this on our own. And then we thought, no, we don't understand the ocean. We're from Ohio.
Right.
That's not our game. So we chickened out. And I'm glad we did. But so
you could have died on a rock.
So where I'm going with this is we're getting ready to launch the boat that morning, and there's these other guys in the parking lot, and their license plates were from like Illinois and just way out here, in the Midwest. And he looked at us and he goes, "Okay, here's the deal." He goes, "I'm going to go a lot faster than I normally am, so you guys just get in the boat." And he was telling us what to do. He goes, "Because these guys are going to follow me out. And they're just going to set up right beside us, and it's going to ruin our hunt." He goes, "They've been doing this to me a lot." So we did. We hurried up. He launches his boat. Well, these guys are scurrying now because, their guide's going to leave them, the guide they're not paying for. So the one group did. They got launched pretty quick behind us. And we were on very, very low tide, and you don't just go out. There's a channel, and this channel snaked, and you had to go really slow, and you could feel the boat like bumping on the sides.
Oh, yeah.
Now and then out through this channel. Well, of course, we don't know. We're just doing what he's telling us. Mm-hmm. We're just staying down low so he can see. He's got all his lights off except some of the green lighting, kind of like this kind of lighting, but it's green, so it doesn't drown you out, so he could still see. We didn't know what was coming up, but there's this long straightaway up there. And he told us, he's like, just get down. Just keep your heads down. Well, this boat's trying to keep up with us. He kills all his lights. I mean, he goes black, and he just goes full throttle down this channel. I mean, we just take off. And
you're like, this is why I signed the death waiver.
Yeah. So we're just taking off down this channel, and all of a sudden he slows the engine down, and he turns real sharp, and he knows right where this channel's at. He does this every day, and he turns, and we get up there, and he just kills the engine. Now it's dead silent, and he goes, just listen. And you can hear these guys behind us. You can hear their motor going, and then all of a sudden it goes, they beached it because they didn't know that turn was up there. Oh. And he's like, yep, they're not going to be joining us today. And he fires it back up, and we just keep idling on out, and then finally we make it out into the big water. And the other group that didn't get launched behind us, they never even went out that day. They just flat chickened out.
Really?
Yeah. It's very intimidating once you get there, and you can see parts of dry land, and you're not real sure where you're going to be going. And once you get out there in the pitch black, where are you going to go?
Yeah.
You don't know where to go.
Right.
These guys had no clue. Yeah. So
that's wild.
It's not a hunt I would just freelance personally. Now, if you're used to doing big water hunts, yeah, you'd be fine probably. Mm-hmm. But I remember we went under a bridge, And when we came back the one day, you couldn't go under it anymore. I mean, the tide, it'd come up 10 foot.
Right.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
You get up in Maine, it's like 18 foot
Oh, wow.
tide swings. So that was a really cool story. So that day we got out there, and he knew right where a big raft of eiders had been feeding. And I don't know if he scouted them from land or from the boat, but he just, put 4 or 5 lines out and sat us there and threw anchors out the front and back. He had these quick detach systems, and you just undo a buckle on the front and back of the boat and he could run. And it actually dropped a duck decoy. And then you just pick the duck decoy up and clip it right back on the front and back of the boat. It was really,
that's cool.
really quick. And your anchor stayed down on the bottom. And we ended up killing our 16 eiders. Everybody got their food
Really?
that day, and it was just a wonderful shoot.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So that was the money day. I mean, that was the best day. And they decoyed perfect, just right in your lap.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So does so how did picking up the birds, like, how does that go down? Like, is it
Yeah.
all
So
by boat, or is there people that use?
it was 100% by boat for us. There are some people that'll use dogs out there, and in fact, the one guy that went with us, he's got labs, still has labs today, and I mean these things they're competing at the highest level. I mean,
Right.
they're master hunters and got the grand passes, and I mean they would have had no problem with this. And Ruben, he told us, I'm not going to tell you just flat can't bring your dog, because if you want to, you can, but I'm going to highly advise you not to bring the dog, because we have had dogs die out here with seals. The seals will come up and grab them, pull them under, and drown them. And he goes, I don't think they're trying to kill them, but they're trying to play with them. Or they're trying to get them to play. And he goes, we have had dogs die out here with seals. And we're like, no, we're not even taking the chance, So,
Yeah, no kidding.
but I do know there's guys out there that run them and run them a lot and must not have any trouble. But yeah, we weren't willing to take that risk.
That's incredible.
So yeah, when we'd knock duck down, if sometimes that current or the wind just takes them fast, and you just got to get out there.
Oh,
and grab
yeah.
'em. So that's why he had that clip system on the front or back of the boat, and you just literally just clip and a clip, fire it up, and he'd run out, use a fish net, scoop them up. You pull back in, you just clip them back on, and
I got you.
it was a pretty good system.
Huh.
First time I ever saw that system too. So yeah, don't take your dogs.
Oof.
Yeah. So yeah, are you gonna say something?
Nope.
Okay. But when I was sitting down last night thinking about what we were going to talk about, the one thing I'd really stress is if somebody wanted to shoot these birds, I'm not going to say you're not going to be able to hunt them. You'll probably be able to hunt them for a long time. But the population is definitely trending down from what I've been reading and studying about them.
Yeah.
And they have taken the limit down from 4. Well, they've done a whole bunch to the hunting regulations. When we were out there, you could hunt 107 days out of the year. So the sea ducks had a whole separate season than the regular ducks. Regular ducks was 60. Sea ducks was 107.
Okay.
And you could shoot 4 eiders a day. I think the limit was 7 birds, if I remember right. But 4 could be eiders. So you could shoot like some old squalls or some scoters, some other stuff to mix your bag. Well, now they have combined. They've taken away the 107 days. That's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just a 60-day duck season.
Okay.
And these are right in your other duck bag, so you can only kill 6 ducks a day.
Right.
Sea ducks or mallards, whatever. And they've taken the limit down to 3
Okay.
instead of 4. And who knows? It might just keep dropping. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because sea ducks just aren't doing well in general out there.
Yeah.
And it goes back, some of this, what was it called? Where Have All the Eiders Gone? It's an article in Ducks Unlimited. You can look it up. It's online. There's actually a video they've made, like 15 minutes. It goes through the whole eiders, and it's about their habitat, all the studies they're doing, why they're losing. So go to Maine, for example. I've got buddies that used to go to Maine every single year, and they'd do really well in these eiders. They don't even go anymore. It's like they said, it's not worth the whole week. They're only shooting a handful of birds instead of limits every day.
Really?
So the Gulf of Maine itself, the water is warming more rapid than anywhere else in the world. Like It has went up multiple degrees. And when that happens, the blue mussels, which is the eider's number one food source, they say 50 to 98% of their diet is this blue mussel. It's not thriving in Maine, so the food source is gone.
Oh,
So the wintering population is not there anymore. And with the waters warming, the ice flows are breaking up more towards up North Lawrence area, Seaway, and that's breaking up, and the mussel beds are thick under there where they never used to be able to get down to that. Well, now they can. So a lot of the eiders are staying way north, or a lot more going south into Massachusetts, Rhode Island area than used to. So the Maine's the hunting's just gotten terrible over the years.
wow.
And they say climate change. I don't know if you want to get into that debate or not. I don't. I mean,
Let's do it.
let's do it. Yeah.
Do that next week.
I mean, I know so I would agree the climate is changing. I don't think man's doing it. That's just my take on it. I mean, I'm all for deleting our diesel trucks. I hate that emissions crap, But Matt and I talk about this a lot. You look back in your hunting pictures or hunting albums 30 years ago when I first started hunting.
yeah.
It's just picture after picture after picture. It's snow, frozen ground, ice, snow, frozen.
Earlier in the year,
And you look
You
now,
know.
you look at the pictures now, it's mud.
Yeah.
Maybe a snow day, mud.
Yeah.
It's changed everywhere, not just out there. It's changed here, big time. We don't have near the hunting we used to. The birds aren't coming south anymore like they used to. It's just not as cold. And
don't need
that's
to.
definitely affecting the eiders out there.
Yeah.
They can stay farther north. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the last good year we've had here was 2017 to 16, 17, I think it was that season.
See, last year it got cold, but it just
Last year was perfect. We had the perfect setup last year, and all the
I
birds
know.
went over us.
all the birds went over us. Yeah, it was the weather you wanted.
Yeah.
Is it because you think it's like the time that we got the weather?
The timing of
There's the
it all.
timing.
The birds were north, and then we got the cold and the snow.
It got
10 inches of snow, and then
Yeah.
the birds were ready to move, and they just went on by
If
the
we
10
had-
inches
Right.
of snow.
Yeah, if we have, I think that when these birds move, they just start moving, and they don't know if it's an inch of snow or 12 inches of snow on the ground, and they
Right.
just keep going till they get out of the snow line at that point.
Yeah.
They just held so late, and then when they boogied, and they just bypassed us. I
Yeah.
mean, we know they bypassed us
Yeah,
because
we
we
know.
watched them come back through later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those birds weren't here.
Right,
We didn't
yeah.
miss them.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
We did catch some birds at, one of the places we hunt. They were there for a day and a half,
literally,
and then they were gone. I mean, 1,000 birds were there for a day and a half, and then the next day, gone.
that was on a return, like their
Yeah.
reverse migration. That's what I was looking for. Like when it was warming up, they came back up through.
No, last year.
Right.
It was cold.
Oh, you mean?
Is that when I tested
When
the
he
thermal
came out, he came out.
opportunities?
I
Oh,
met you in the field.
I know what
that day.
Yeah, I was thinking something else.
I met you in the field on that Thursday, and he came out with us Friday.
Right.
Then
That's when you had your steel toe boots on.
Yeah.
we didn't.
Yeah, I was thinking
the birds were
another
gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had already moved on at that point.
Yep.
Like so, we caught some, hadn't, but yeah, they weren't sticking around.
Right. It was deep snow and bitter cold.
Yeah.
And they'll handle the cold. They don't care how cold it gets.
Yeah.
But if their food's covered
Well, I
up.
was gonna say they can eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They gotta eat.
They
'Cause,
gotta eat.
every day I write down. You get those free Ducks Unlimited calendars. Every day I write down. Every day we go hunting, I just jot 3, 4, 5 guys' names down.
Mm-hmm.
8 Canadas, 9 mallards. Just for that day.
Oh yeah.
The reverse migration one, which wasn't far from where that hunt was. Yeah, that was those 2,000 birds that were on the wet hole. We shot the Ross and something else that day, didn't we? Ross and a blue that day.
Yeah, blue.
That was 2 years
Yeah.
ago. Caught that on reverse. That was really fun.
That wet hole gets to be acres and acres and acres. I don't know what it was that day. It was 2 or 3 acres. A lot bigger than we'd want it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was about too big, but there were so many birds that
We
didn't
we
matter.
pulled in that morning, and it's a 3/4 of a mile drive to get to the wet. I mean, it's in the middle of a huge country block.
Yeah.
And it's a 3/4 of a mile 4-wheeler gator ride in to get there. And we was heading in, you could hear the birds. They were roosting on that night.
Yeah.
You could just hear how loud it was. That was amazing. And we pulled up, it's pitch black, and that
Pulled
place
right
just
up to
erupted.
it. You could just hear it erupt. shines his headlamp up, and it was just a wall. I remember it was just a wall of
of
birds, ducks and geese. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane. But you had to hunt it because they were going to be gone.
Yeah.
Like they were moving through. They were going to be gone. So you had to go hunt it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, then that was...
We were setting decoys and they were landing in the dark, back in the decoys.
got our headlamps. We're
just-
setting decoys, and you can just hear birds plopping down, you know, like...
And it was loud. They never stopped. They didn't stop flying. They didn't stop calling.
They didn't stop flying and making noises at all that morning.
Your heart's going 100 mile an hour because you know what's about to go down.
As soon as it's shooting time, I remember like there's a group of Canadas just coming right in. And we're like, hey, it's time. Like we gotta load up. Like I don't even think I shut my blind doors. I just load up, sitting there.
It was dark enough.
Yeah, it was so dark still.
It was foggy too, a little bit.
Yeah, and it was so cloudy that So when it was time to shoot, it was still pretty dark. But yeah, that was a good one there.
That's when warm weather helped us.
Yeah, it was
Anytime that field floods, it gets good out there.
Yeah.
Let's
But we're just not hunting like we used to.
No.
Just- that's what I was getting at. Was the
Right.
the warming trend is
Birds
definitely-
don't need to go anywhere.
Yeah. Because I sent you that screenshot the other day when I was looking back through those calendars. I think it was 16, 17 was our last good season. We hunted like 54 of the 60 days in December and January. I mean, we just wore them out that year, but it hasn't been like that since.
No.
We need to record a episode coming up of like favorite waterfowl hunts. Have a little story time. Because I do think it's cool.
Like local hunts. Like,
yeah, like just like things like, you know, that I mean, at least I get very interested in the stories, you know what I mean? Just like picturing that I'm there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll do that on a future
I mean,
episode.
for me, the 21 season was good. That season was just always had birds to hunt. You know?
But it wasn't every day.
Yeah, it wasn't every day.
Yeah.
Every other day.
That's what I was saying. Like in the 16, 17,
Yeah, it was every
54,
day.
out of 60 days we hunted.
Yeah.
It hasn't been like that since.
No, there's just not enough. There's not enough birds to hunt that much, or
That at the end of
know.
that season, there was like 3 fields. We had 3 good fields at the end of that season. We never even hunted yet because it was that
Yeah.
good. It's just we never got to it.
yeah.
We just had so many hunts that lined up, never got to it all.
Yeah.
Good problem to have.
Yep.
Yeah, really.
Maybe this will be the year.
Fingers
Maybe
crossed.
this will be the year.
Well,
So yeah, that's kind of the common eider hunt. Go do it now if you're wanting to do it, because who knows what's going to happen.
Make sure you stop by and see that Plymouth Rock. I'm not going to want to miss that.
that's all I got out of it.
So.
Was don't go there.
Don't go see the Plymouth Rock.
And the
Anyways.
seafood and lobster right there on the
Oh,
all the little mom and pop shops. It's real if you're into that. Yeah.
I could go for
Ice
that.
Get like
cream
2
stores.
2 lobsters, and
Any
some
Movevilles? No Moveville?
I did not see one.
I ain't going there.
Ain't going there.
Well, I think that's about it.
So you guys got anything before we wrap this thing up?
Wrap it
That's
up.
it. I'm
All
tired.
right. Thanks everybody for checking out this episode. Episode will go out Monday as normal. With that, we have got nothing else. We're going to shut this thing down. Matt's going to go home, take a nap. I'm going to head back to the fairgrounds, and Eric's going to go back to
I don't know what I'll do.
doing whatever Eric does when he's not here. So we genuinely appreciate you guys tuning into these episodes, whether it be, you know, listening. You know, we want you to come and watch, you know, on the YouTube and kind of see the birds, like when Eric comes in, or just in general what we're doing here. You get to see all of Matt's, you know, funny faces that he makes and facial expressions, and get a good laugh out of it, because that's what we want to do. We want to bring enjoyment to you guys, and you know, we genuinely appreciate you guys tuning into these episodes. So with that being said, we're going to close this one out, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.